Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for staying tuned. For those of you who haven't watched the first part, please watch the first video. It's available on my channel. This is the part 2 of divorce series, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn from it. I hope you gain one or two things from it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. If you have personal questions you'd like to direct to the lawyer, you can send me an email. Send the email to BimsGist@gmail.com. The email is displayed on the screen right now. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Cheers.
But if I don't stop working, the children, I mean, if one of us don't stop working, the children suffer. So how do you raise children, effective children, just because you want to have a good life? So these are things that are, for me, I mean, that we see all the time.
Yeah, I understand. When they experience this, how do you think they should handle it? Like when they go through, you mentioned a case of who knew rich people had this kind of problems. I mean, everyone just feels once you are rich, once there's money, everything is just fine and all. But
no, it's not all about money. Money plays a very important role, and I tell you this again, incidentally, without confirmed statistics, I can offhandedly tell you that 70 to 75% of cases have financial underlying reasons. Particularly in the last few years, where the economy has been extremely challenging, and most often times you now have the woman earning more.
Yeah.
And because of our cultural orientation, most men still don't think that they should have that the wife ought to be earning more than them. You understand? And so most often times you find men or the husband becoming insecure at the success of the wives. So that's another reason. So then there is also the one or two that, okay, so it's the wife that's saying to the husband, look, get out there, go and do some things, let's have more money. Husband is saying, look, I can't do more than what I'm doing. I can't go and kill myself. I can't do this.
Yeah.
And the wife is saying, look, okay, so there's an opportunity somewhere there that I want you to, go after. And husband is saying, no, I can't. And wife feels like, look, I can't continue this way. So these are things that there are so many reasons, so many that you know.
Okay, can you share the silliest cost of divorce? You've heard the silliest.
The silliest case I've handled is about 4-5 years ago. Yeah, it's with this young couple who apparently the girl's father that had been financing them, and so I think 2 years into their marriage, the girl's father passed on, and husband calls wife and says, okay, now that our benefactor is dead and gone, I think I can assume the role of your father now. I cannot afford all of these things that your father has been giving to us rather. So now it's time for us to, take hold of ourselves and do things ourselves.
Yeah.
So he said, I'll teach you to cook. Okay. I'll teach you to clean the house. I know you don't know all of these things. I knew you didn't know them when I married you, so it's not an issue.
Okay.
But we cannot continue in this kind of lifestyle because we do not have the capacity to do. So wife says to him, no, the estate will take care of that. And husband says, no, the estate has a lot to take care of. You have your younger ones who are still in school. Let's be very considerate and all of that. So the wife said, no, I'm not going to do that. I cannot. How can I be driving myself? Your office is not too far from the home. I mean, these were their stories.
Take a walk.
Your office is not too far from the home. You can actually walk, but to drive, you can. going shopping is not a big deal, so you can do that. But I want to make sure that I teach you how to do these things. We will do it together. I'll cook, you watch. Then, so he sacked all the domestic assistants, as it were, the driver, the cook, and all of that. So it was a shock to the young lady who had never really had that kind of, lived that kind of life before. So with her mom's advice, she came to us that she wanted a divorce. So we took our time because there is something in as part of our practice, you must attempt to counsel them, to try as much as was to save. So because you really have to sign a certificate or a form to that effect before you file.
Okay.
So we sat down. It took us about a year and 7 months to get both the young lady and her mom, because the mother was in total support of her leaving the guy, to understand that life is not
a bed of roses.
Yeah, that who told you? How do you know where you're going next? Who told you that you find it easier where you're going? Because we've also had cases where, a partner feels I have a better chance rather with another woman or another man, and then they leave the present one and they go. Because I've had one that they had been married as at that time for 9.5 years. So I can't remember which one of them had somebody else. Okay, I think it was the man that had some other lady he wanted to marry. So the divorce took us about 3 years, because even the judge was a bit, skeptical about, but you guys are so good with each other. They were joking in court, they will laugh, and they will do. That's the most interesting case I've handled anyway. They will come to court, they'll have fun, laugh. In fact, the day we got the judgment, they both took the lawyers to lunch in one of the hotels in Lagos. And after the lunch, they asked us to go, that they wanted to go upstairs or one for the road. And we're like, anyway, so the divorce came through, and then we lost touch, we never bothered until about 7-8 years after. I got a call from the same guy. I'm sorry, how are you? Long time. I just wanted to tell you that we are back together. I said, who are we? And so he said, my wife and I. Said, how? What happened? Oh, don't mind her. She's gone. She had sinned, and then she's back. I'm like, really? So these things do happen. So for this couple, the young couple, we sat down with them, we consulted them. The guy was very adamant. He told her, I said, I'm not going to leave you. If I have my choice, I will not allow this divorce to go through.
Wow.
You understand? He said, that's how much I like you. But I just want to be sure that you are okay. If after I have done all of this for you and you have learned all of this, then you can go. So we had that, and eventually the case did not get to court. Happily so. The marriage is still on, and I'm always using that as a reference point to the fact that lawyers also contribute a lot to maintaining sanity in the society as well. So, because divorces are not really good for the society, because a good society begins from the micro level of the family. A good family is what transforms into a good society. Or good families are what transforms into a good society. So we need to also be a part of the builders of a very strong society. And that's the thing about. But I must also let you know that in the last 10 years or thereabouts, the rate of divorces have gone so high